It's time for episode 5 of the Halloween Adoptable Keychains. This episode is all about the character created by our special guest. You've been listening to their music this whole time. It's niche internet micro celebrity and musician Styx VII. I'll let Styx take it away.
Okay, so my concept behind this character is that I wanted her to be a ghost that is haunting something, right? And to be a ghost, you have had to have died at some point. So I was like, okay, well, what time period did she die in? And I decided the Edwardian period. So I started looking at like Edwardian fashion, and I was really drawn to like the design of the Gibson girls. The Gibson girls were fashion magazine models. They were kind of like the height of femininity and like the it girls of the Edwardian period. But the thing with the Gibson girls is that they were quiet about their progressivism. So for this character, I thought a lot about like that concept of like wanting so badly to have self-autonomy without being able to like outright say it. And so I wanted her to value education, so I wanted her to be a librarian, and she takes being a librarian very seriously. But you know, librarians are also like kind of seen as like modest, you know, and they're also seen as quiet. So I thought that really represented like the Gibson girl pretty well, where it's like they're literally arbiters of knowledge. So I feel like she would like fiercely defend like her library. So I was thinking that maybe in her backstory she died in a fire in a library. Maybe she's like, I'll go down with my books or something like that. And now she haunts a library modernly, right? And anyone who either doesn't take education seriously or like doesn't return their library books, she like curses them and their house is burned down. Like the book that they stole like sets on fire and it burns their house down. And she's like, yeah, maybe you should take education seriously because like it wasn't a human right for her, right? When she was alive.
And here's that finished reference sheet. Thanks, Styx. Now back to me. For the charm art, I decided to exaggerate the expression a bit, giving her a bit of a crazed look. I'd like to think of it as that she's simply that passionate about education, and maybe even uses her beauty as a way to trick ne'er-do-wells in her library, since she was based after a Gibson girl. The statement charm, I wanted to try something unique. I have these tiny little LED lights, so I had the thought to make a little candle holder with the LED itself as the flame of the candle. Originally, I sculpted clay around it and then realized why that was a bad idea. So then I spent a considerable amount of time sculpting with thermoplastic instead, and I think this turned out much better. It definitely took a while because of its own added layer of challenges, but I'm still pretty happy with the result. Even after sculpting and painting, you can still turn the light on and off as you wish. Printing and cutting, adding the resin, assembly, and decoration. In retrospect, I wish I had added more book and library themed charms, but overall, I'm quite happy with how she turned out. Thank you so much to Styx for joining me, and in the next episode, we move right on into the Death Witch.